Spiritual Vice President, the charge sharing part 9 in today's service, Kumasi branch. You may wonder why there is stethoscope around my neck. Stethoscope around my neck. Because this testimony is beyond medical. Angel Obinim has done all. Angel Obinim has done all. According to my sister, she was panting for one of your babies. So she had a chance and came here to see you at emergency prayer line and told you, Angel Obinim, I need one of your babies because they are beautiful children. So I need one. So you promised her one, you gave her oil and then miracle baby toffee to go and apply. According to her, she got home and ate the miracle baby toffee as she was directed and then continue with the oil direction. According to her, that same month, her message did not flow. So she visited Echiwa Mponia District Hospital at Nyinehini in Ashanti region here. Her name is Peace Afi Jedu. Peace Afi Jedu. That's the name on the folder. It was there she was diagnosed that she is pregnant. So she started attending antenatal over there. So according to my sister, when she carried the pregnancy through 7 months, she visited antenatal as usual. And then she was requested for a scan to see whether the baby is in good position. According to her, the laboratory was the same hospital. So she went to the laboratory for the scan. After the scan, the lab technician, by name Dr. Yima, was staring at my sister strangely. So the doctor
is not Dr. Yima in this house.
No, please.
Another Dr. Yima.
Another Dr. Yima, the lab technician at Echiwa Mponia District Hospital.
Okay.
At Nyinehini. According to my sister, the doctor went out, came back with 6 doctors. So they surrounded my sister and they were staring at my sister and nobody is talking. And my sister was asking what the problem was. They were not able to disclose it to her. So they just wrote something on the sheet and then the scan and they gave it to her. So she's an educated person. So she read it and they wrote something like hydrocephalus.
I like that. She's an educated person.
Yes, please.
That's all I can already.
So she read it and she saw hydrocephalus, but she didn't get it because it was a medical term. So she confronted one of the nurses over there and asked that, please, what's the meaning of this hydrocephalus? And the nurse told her that they are the babies who had water, fluid in their head. That when they born them, their head became very big. So your baby was affected with this hydrocephalus. It was there she started crying. According to my sister, she came home and stood before Angel Obinim, your sticker, and said, Angel Obinim, you are the one who gave me this baby. Come and do something about this situation. Save the baby and save me, because when it happens like this, there's no way I can give birth myself. They have to do a cesarean. That was the prayer she prayed on the sticker. But before we continue, the medical report is here. And Dr. Yima, a medical practitioner, is here. I want Dr. Yima to explain the hydrocephalus for us so that we can have a good understanding. Dr. Yima, it's over to you.
Spiritual Vice President, this is an award-winning testimony. I repeat, this testimony is an award-winning testimony because this is beyond medical. This is the first scan at Mponia District Hospital in Nyinehini, and the name is Peace Afi Jedu. The date is here, 27th of February 2018. Second trimester obstetric ultrasound report. There are a lot of things there, but my focus is here. Gross fetal anatomy. When we say anatomy, basically mean the structures of the human body. We have anatomy, we have physiology. Anatomy is the body part. Yes, the structures of the human body. And physiology is the function of each and every part of the human body. Looking at it, the scan shows that the heart is normal, the limbs are normal, the kidneys, the bladder, normal, the stomach, normal, the lungs, the face, the spine are normal. But when you come to the additional finding, it was stated that there is an excessive fluid seen. And where is the fluid seen? So in conclusion, single intrauterine fetus with hydrocephalus. When we say hydrocephalus, what does it mean? When we say hydrocephalus, it basically mean that there is accumulation of fluid in the intracranial space of the head. Basically, when God created the human body, he made sure that he surrounded the human skull or the head with some fluid. And the fluid is there to prevent the brain from touching the bone of the skull. So anytime you shake your head vigorously as in an accident, or you have a deep blow as it happens to those who are boxers, your brain may touch the bone of the skull so that it will torture in the form of an electric shock and you can go mad. So that is basically the function of this fluid. And the name of the fluid is cerebrospinal fluid. It is from the cerebrum, that is the head, through your spinal cord. So when a baby of this nature has this fluid, it means that there is an excessive accumulation of the fluid. The fluid is not normal in this way. There is abnormal fluid. So the baby's head will be enlarged. That is basically...
So they've written it here. Excessive.
Yes, excessive fluid, as I rightfully explained. Excessive fluid in the baby's head, which is medically known as hydrocephalus. So if this lady had given birth to that baby, by then, the baby's head would have been enlarged. Big head, as we popularly seen them in traffic, and they'll be begging for money.
So babies with that large head.
Yes, that is what is
so
medically.
This is the cause.
That is the cause.
Excessive fluid in the head.
Excessive fluid of cerebrospinal fluid,
okay,
which is medically known as hydrocephalus. Hydro means water. Cephalus means head. So hydro and cephalus, head and water. So head, water, hydrocephalus.
So before you continue, you continue. When a woman is in such problem or situation, as a medical practitioner, what can you people do about it?
Because the head of the baby is very large, that woman in question cannot deliver through the vagina as in normal labor unless a cesarean operation is done, what we popularly call operation or CS, because the head of the baby is bigger to the extent that it can't pass through the vaginal tube for the baby to be born. So that woman has to be operated upon.
Okay.
And after that, you will be having a child, but anytime you see the child face, you become angry. Because I know for sure that you didn't plan of giving birth to such a bigger head. So if you are not a mother of a good heart, you will see your baby and you always be angry.
So when giving birth to those babies, do they survive?
Yes, they do survive. Some too die. So their chances is 50-50. Others survive, others also die.
So with a big head, as a normal child, when you reach a stage, you see them crawling, then walking. But with that big head, how can they crawl or walk? Because
the head is so big in a sense that it will be bringing a lot of load to the body. Crawling becomes difficult. That is why most often those hydrocephalic children you have been seeing, they are not able to walk. You see them sitting on their parents' laps as they will be begging in traffic, as we popularly see them. So crawling and walking is 50-50. It's very difficult. At times, they may crawl. At times, too, they may not even walk at all.
But medically, what can be done with that big head?
Medically,
do they have any way of draining that fluid from that head?
That will be after you have given birth to that child. But the cost involved is so significant and huge.
The cost involved
is so significant and huge. You have to get a lot of money before this operation can be done.
Wonderful.
I have a midwife here who can also add small to what I've said.
Okay. Her name and the hospital that she works in.
My name is Hydrocephalus. I work at Menchia District Hospital.
Menchia District Hospital.
Yes, I'm at the female Kumasi. Just Menchia roundabout near Otunfor Palace. Yes, what my brother was saying, I would like to add small to it. to what doctor said. Hydrocephalus is a very serious illness. And when I heard my sister's testimony, I was amazed. And it was so marvelous and wonderful that our Lord did this for our sister. My Lord, I salute you for my sister. What you've done for her is too wonderful. Being in the nursing for almost 10 years now, I've never heard of such a healing before. Even he wasn't born, the baby wasn't born. But our Lord healed the baby before coming out. This is wonderful. And it needs a clap, so we should clap for our Lord.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Emma, we want to see the angelic work performance by the only real angel of our time.
So, man of God,
spiritual works president. We want to see how he went about this angelic work. Angelic work.
Let me give a physical description of how this fluid would have been drained.
Okay.
When this baby is born, because of the hydrocephalic head, he or she, the baby will be sent to a craniotomist. They are doctors who are responsible of opening the skull of children and draining this fluid. They may chisel or open the skull because the human skull is in a complex way that
chisel.
Yes, chisel.
They will chisel.
They will drill and chisel. Drill and chisel. Yes, they will because they will remove the skin of the baby. Then it gets to the bone. Then they will drill because the bone has some marks that you can open up, but you have to drill and chisel before you can open it up. Then they will use a syringe, which are very bigger syringe. Then they will drain the fluid. It is not done in a day. After draining, they will put a tube, which is medically known as a shunt. They will put a tube straight from the brain, insert it in the body, then they will bring it to a part of the body. Then this fluid will be drained small before the size of the head becomes normal. Because if they don't drain it small and all the fluid in the brain also get wiped off, the brain cannot float again. It will touch the skull, and when negative and positive meet, electricity comes out. So this baby will be electrically shocked. So they'll be draining this fluid and they'll be checking gradually for the cerebrospinal fluid to drain small until the head becomes normal, and finally they will stop the fluid from draining.
So it means after the operation, still they had a process that they have to pass through.
Yes, and that is the process I have explained.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I want us to see how the spiritual works president. Okay,
please,
sister.
Even after the surgery, which has been done at the hospital, the brain will not be reversed though. So it's just that surgery is done.
Come again. The brain will not be what?
It will not reverse because it has already been damaged. Yes. So even paying that huge amount of money.
If I'll get you right, if the brain is damaged, that means the baby will be behaving abnormal.
Yes.
Abnormal.
Yes, that's some of the signs and symptoms of hydrocephalus children.
Wow.
Yes, it's done. The surgery is done in order to prevent further damage of the brain. It has already been damaged. In order not for it to damage more or worsen, that's why we do this. But in this case, our child is being healed totally. Paying that huge amount of money, you will not be healed though. It's just preventing it. It's just doing something. But it will not cure it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Spiritual Vice President, as I said earlier on, I'm saying this without fear, and nobody can challenge me. You are God. You are a Lord on this earth. Truly, you are the real angel. And we thank Jesus for giving you to us. If it had not been you, a lot of people may die from their sicknesses. May God continue to bless you. May He give you strength to strength. God bless you. According to my sister, after standing before your staker, calling you to come to her aid, to save her and the baby, spiritual vice president, she said that same night, she went to bed and dreamt that spiritual vice president, you appear in her dream. As you are coming, you are in a doctor attire with your stethoscope around you. Stethoscope around you. Spiritual vice president. And you came to my sister, and then you put on the stethoscope like this, and you started feeling her. Spiritual vice president. After that, you told her to lie down, that you are here to perform a surgery yourself. Spiritual vice president, according to my sister, you incised her and removed the baby from her womb. And you incised the baby from the head, on the head too. And then you use syringe, that is 50 by 10, 50 cc. 50 cc. Dr. Emma, that's what she told me. She said 50 cc.
When we say, yes, it's a syringe, we have different categories of syringe. We have the 10 ml syringe, probably known as the 10 cc. We have the 5 mils, 5 cc. And the 5 mils and the 5 cc's are mostly used for injection on the bottles. But the 50 mils or the 50 cc, these syringes are bigger in the sense that mostly the places where we use these syringes are the mortuary. These are the syringes which are used in the embalming of dead bodies or cadavers, as we popularly call it medically, cadaver, dead body. So these 50 mils or 50 cc's are bigger syringes that are used in embalming the dead bodies or the cadavers. So that is basically how the 50 cc
so
is.
That means that one is bigger than normal one.
Yes, that is bigger than normal syringe.
Yes. Okay. Spiritual vice president, according to her, you use that 50 cc syringe, the bigger one. You use about 10. After operating the baby on the head, you use the syringe to drain the fluid from the head. Then you put it down. You use another one and drain the fluid from the head. You did it up to the 10 syringe got finished. And in the dream, she saw that the baby's head became normal. And then you insutured it again. You insutured it again. Dr. Emma, thank you for medical terms. You insutured it again. Then you placed the baby back into her womb. After that, you insutured the mother too. And you told that woman, I have finished the angelic work. Go and expect your miracle. That was what you told her in the dream.
Man of God, let me come in here small. One angel went into this lady's dream, used the 50 cc syringe to drain fluid from the baby's head, which were 10 in number. It made it 500 mils of fluid. And this is equivalent to 500 mils of fluid. So in comparison, this is the number of fluid, the exact number of fluid that was in this baby's head. This is the exact
10
number
of this.
Yes, no, exact number.
Exact number.
Yes,
okay.
because 50 mils by 10 times is 500 mils, and this water is 500 mils of water in the bottle. So when we pour this water, that is the exact amount of fluid that was deposited in this little boy's head.
Thank you very much. So, spiritual vice president, after the spiritual operation, you told her, go and expect your miracle. But I want you to understand that I will be with you till you have your safe delivery. And you left. She woke up from the dream and was praising God. So she visited the same hospital again. That is Echiwa Mponia District Hospital at Enyenehini with the same name, Peace Afijedu. It was there she was requested for another scan again. She went for another scan, and this time around, something happened.
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 And something has definitely happened.
Do you know what I like about IGWC?
No.
All our testimonies are with proof.
Yes,
Evidence.
medically proven
Medical proof.
evidence.
Crystal clear.
Yes. Like OBTV, Soul TV, Ice TV.
After the spiritual operation done by the Ray Angel Obinim,
Yes.
she went back to the hospital. And then she was requested for another scan. This is the medical report. I want you to explain it.
Okay. The same
I
hospital.
want us to know the difference between the first one and the second one.
My sister took the scan at the same hospital in Chimamponia District Hospital. The same name, Peace Afijedu, the same age. And this time around, another date. first trimester obstetric ultrasound report. These ones are not needed, but I'm coming to the main point. Gross fetal anatomy. That is where the case is. The heart of the baby is normal. The limbs of the baby is normal. The kidneys, the bladder, the stomach is normal. The lungs, the face, the spine is normal. And the brain, initially, the first scan proved that the brain has fluid in it.
Yeah.
But this time around, the brain is dashed. And in conclusion, single intrauterine fetus with no anomaly, which makes the first scan different from the second scan. Comparing the first scan and the second scan, which were taken in the same hospital, and Chimamponia District Hospital in Yinahini, with the same ultrasonographic personnel. Dr. Ima, as my sister rightfully said, spiritual vice president, and anybody watching us, wherever you are watching us from, the first scan showed that there is hydrocephalus, that is accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid in the baby's head. But the second scan shows that there is no cerebrospinal fluid in the baby's head.
Are you sitting there like that?
Man of God, let me make some comparison here.
I'm coming. I'll be with you soon. My sister, after Dr. Yema take the second scan, after Obinim is done with the spiritual operation, after he took the second scan, what did the doctor say?
The doctor said, what a surprise and what a miracle.
Is that what Dr. Yema said at Enyinehene Hospital?
He said, what a surprise and what a miracle. That if I'm coming for the testimony, they will come with me.
He said they will come with you.
Me, but when I went, they've traveled outside. That's why they couldn't come. So he said, what a surprise and what a miracle. And what church do I attend? And I said, International Gospel Church. And Angel Obinim is my spiritual father. Yes.
Dr. Yema at Enyinehene Hospital said, what a surprise
And what
a
a
miracle.
Not a magic. He said, what a miracle and not a magic.
Yes.
What is the difference between a magic and a miracle? A magic is something that is used to entertain you without you getting anything important from it. But a miracle is something that you get importance from. That is the difference between a miracle and a magic. Magic is used to entertain you. You will not get anything from it. But a miracle, you get something importance from it. Comparatively, comparing the two scans, as I physically said that this baby's head physically would have been operated upon by a craniotomist. They will open the head. That is exactly what my sister told you and Obinim did. So here it is 1-1. Physically, the doctors would drain the fluid by using some bigger syringes. Spiritually too, my sister told you that is what Angel Obinim did. So he said it is 2-2. Physically, they will incise and suture after everything, and spiritually too, Angel Obinim incised and sutured everything. So, comparatively, this testimony is Mahum Makataya. And man of God, we are having these documents which are in a form of scan. Based on these documents, let's compare the documents we have here with the chart we are seeing. Please, Mama, I want you to come. You, I want you to come. Do
you know what? Let me conclude the testimony. Then we come to that. Let me conclude so that we come to that.
Okay, so Mama, stand here for me.
Spiritual Vice President, I salute you once again. According to my sister, her time was due to deliver. So she visited the same hospital again. That is Chimamponia District Hospital at Enyinehene with the same name, Peace Afi Jedu. It was there the doctors or the midwives over there gave her a referral letter to Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. They said, though the scan shows that there's no more fluid in the head, but for fear, she should go to the major hospital, that's the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. So according to her, she was referred to Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. She came there and she was rushed to the delivery suite. According to my sister, as she was lying on the bed at the delivery suite, she closed her eyes, but she was feeling heavy, like someone was standing on her. She opened her eyes, spiritual Vice President, according to her, physical, not a dream. She saw you physical at Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, standing on her, and you told her that I am here because of your safe delivery. So you would deliver safely. I'm around. According to her, after saying that, you vanished in the thin air. She said she saw you physical. Sister West President, after you vanished, within some few minutes, my sister was in labor. Before the doctors could say Jack, she delivered this bouncy baby boy without operation. So according to her, the doctors at Confanotti Teaching Hospital, looking at the report, they were surprised, thinking that what they saw in the report was what will come out. But to their surprise, she gave birth to a normal baby boy. So she's here testify to the glory of God for such an angelic work performance.
Spiritual Vice President, this is an award-winning testimony. That is why it involves a lot of explanation.
For sure.
Spiritual Vice President, this is an exact picture of a hydrocephalic child. If you had not operated my sister, this is a similar child she would have been given birth to. Yes, she would have given birth to. This is a hydrocephalic child. This is an exact picture of how hydrocephalic children looks like. Mami, what you near fikakra me pacho bemi. Wo show phone ya me de kire wi. Na wo hwe onana ya okura obaya. Eye pe anasensunsun ye wom.
Sunsun ye wom pa.
Wo ye sure?
Ai.
Mami wani afie onti kanokre wo nyame fie. Wo hwe phone ya me de kire wi na wo hwe onana ya okura obaya. Ensunsun ye wom ana se eye pe.
Enya pe da. Ensunsun ye wom pa.
E ba cho betimatena se. My brother, please, looking at the picture we showed, and the baby, this handsome, pretty baby, angel-like baby my sister is holding, looking at the comparison, the picture and the baby, is there any difference or it is the same?
There is difference.
There is difference. How?
Because if you compare that hair with this little boy, you realize that this one is bigger than the baby on top of the head.
The head of this baby on the picture is bigger than that of the baby we are seeing. Please, you can sit down for me. God bless you. In everything, we pick 3 people so that we can judge accordingly. 2 against 1 or 1 against 2, but we can't get a tie. That is why I picked 3 people. That is probability. That is how probabilities are measured. My brother, looking at the picture we all saw on our screen, which is on the picture, and looking at this baby my sister is holding, is there any difference or the picture we are showing here together with the baby are the same?
There is a vast difference.
A vast difference. You have described it in an adjectival form, vast difference. Okay, what is the difference?
As for this one, the head is too big as compared to this one. And any normal human being can see the difference. The difference are clear.
God bless you so much. Spiritual Vice President, Pastor Wisdom is not saying this is what you have done. I am not saying this is what you have done. My midwife here is not saying this is what you have done. All the entire congregation here and those who are watching us are not saying this is what you have done. But the difference is clear. Spiritual Vice President, in fact and indeed, you are a God on this earth. You are a God on this earth. And I salute you for this angelic miracle.
Please clap for my Father Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And wave your 2 hands and say, Jesus Christ, we thank you.
Jesus Christ, we thank you.
I remember yesterday when I was coming from Accra to Kumasi, Ghana here. I met a graduate man. The graduate man. Okay, let me speak Ghana language. Translator will translate. and rather me free Accra be Kumasi. Mishia will be a Unima de pa or your graduate. Or ye Juma, a will company be my Juma nation. I cannot mention the person's name because he is a public figure. Wajidimpa or Saya Juma company. Nipano Papa Chimetanase just 7 minutes. Ewo airport can send me chile me say Onya kola ye ka age and near fee. Wako school pa na the whole world area singing the whole world. The whole world upe university kesiye pa university kesiye wo we are singing the whole world. Oxford University. Meaning say wisdom I am partners and yampa.
I know,
Doctor is true.
Act. The biggest and best university in this world is the Oxford University.
Okay, say Oxford University. The whole world we are singing Oxford University. And the biggest university we are singing a university papa.
I think in Britain.
Na sir University na Oxford no we are singing. Almost blow for so na perfect English. The whole world we are singing na nye easy so betima ko school ho. Na wono wako ho. Na omampanyin former president JJ Kufuor ehia no kra no Kufuor ka kire ne say eho no ko school. Na eye Kufuor wanwa so no watima ko school because adwen no ewo fom a wuntime nko. School ni university ya English na won ni deep English. Wuti kra blofo no wo twero kra na wo ka wuti ma wo se wati. Eti Oxford University for no kra de dictionary about bonten. Eti wo hwe dictionary e wo Ghana ni wiase nyina Oxford University for no dictionary no e na ye top. Eti wo so obewu dictionary kese bia ya twere kire Oxford dictionary actually Canada is say blue. Eti abra wo ka nam say me kwa me wo bi ya me di sua ma de me table of even na me ntia na makofa into meaning in Oxford. Sebia Oxford University for no mo de wiase no mo control English no. Me wo say blofo na si chile nie. This is the meaning of the English. And also one wo Oxford ni bi na wo wie ti president Kufuor former president Kufuor wan so no ti makọ bia wie. Na wo say oyobi on pema asem because woni mu ade adwene mu abie. Wo say adwene mu abie. Na okosua dia kosua nipa ho kra de. Wo say de we nyame si bo nipa no ohu bi da. But on pema asem. But was starting to follow me programs. Because Obinim I say Obinim I was na kwa no kra wan yan. Why na so kwahwe nipa kro no wahwe niema me ya Ghana for nti ase no to start to follow me program no wo hwe we ya no we yi aba no wasa hwe we wo hwe we no we yi aba no wahwe we no say eh etiye woni pa bi wasase so a wati manya adoma chede sei a wati me nipa ho adwuma sei ena ye kuro mo bibi ha mu yetimi ka ne ho asem o se wo ka che ne yere ne ma sei omo come in once and omo educated people.
Sure.
Omo ko school ru akiri. Because adie bi wo ho a nipa ntumi nye da.
Never.
Nipa ntumi nye da. It is above woman's
knowledge,
imagination.
Yeah.
Nipa ntumi nye. But wo hwe ne ma me ye na. Omo de shabon sama mo de hye Satan na. Until you come for nothing.
Because Satan and Gassan himself, you won't mean.
Hey! Was he a free ho? And was started to open mass. Into a catch them, say, me a then a minga do my channel, and I'm sure, and a long story. Minty Minchim say, me a fast and I'm a bompire. In short, the mechanics say, my way. And the Jesus, the chair me qua, me my way. Or catch them, say, on Wako Oxford University. But or catch me plane say me na Weshiamo airport no. Me a more of graduate of University Oxford and educated upon educated.
Yeah.
Was it me above to university and graduate degree upon graduate?
Yeah.
Okay, me say me your friend Atames, professor. Atames be your president. Kwani ntimi friend of president Atames. Still I know my friend Professor Mens. Because Atames is suadia, Atames ni suadia ma okoho sa Oxford University. Atames nso ko school. Na Atames kwadi wo wie say school no kura no o sa kire ade wo ho.
Yeah.
It Atames de ne so president na owo Ghana yenim obi a wa ben chen Atames.
Yeah.
O kire me say president aba nyina no obi ye no wa ben chen Atames. Enti Atames no wa ben ma o wie ye no kura o sa kire ade wo ho. Ti ne friend Professor Miss. But o catch him say Obinim, you not a professor. You not a professor. Because of the work you are doing, you are more than a professor.
Oh, yes.
Because the work you are doing is above woman's imagination. Okay, let me pray. He told me point blank. Said now. It will catch me say, we should be program and catch me why you say Obinim is a professor upon professor. Obinim is a graduate upon graduate. Obinim is degree upon degree. Obinim finish university. Obinim finish university upon university. Obinim is doctor upon doctor. Obinim is above doctors. So Obinim is not a one doctor. You can call doctor. Or say Obinim, I can give you 12 names of doctor Angel Obinim, because you are more than doctors in this world.
Yeah.
Like this is example.
Beyond medical. This is beyond medical.
How can you go to someone's dream? A better work will be that. How can you go to someone's dream and you cut the person's stomach?
Remove
to
the baby.
Operate to remove the child. We are kolano no wa pai ni tirim. Look at me. Wo pai kolani tirim. No way yi niema nyina ensu ehira kwani tirim. And a Dr. Ima a Obinim asole. Any example no. Any Dr. Ima na her sister we won in the hospital. Dr. Ima the example say ensu no kro de kire no 500 milliliters. Omo kire ototo wa ewom because of I learn a lot. Mishuan yepa. It's not Dr. Imano. You use this water as example. No, I was here. Matthias, I understand perfectly because ml is milliliters. Number two, machine showing in every one team. We are massa pam. My draining what you ma. I finish everything. We are draining what you man. Messiah Kwan say your funeral sa pam ma many yam kasi me we. 18 doctors say when in the hospital was say you who be that. Now sister, no say my spiritual father is in Obinim. Me papa in Obinim. Ono na be here. It will be in me metiano. Me won't even describe me. You can never describe I in Obinim because you can mention my name as a doctor, as a professor, as a what. But in all, please clap for my Father Jesus Christ, who gave me this gift. Who gave me this gift?
Powerful.
Who gave me this gift?
Now you listen. Yesterday I was returning from Accra to Kumasi, and I met a very popular person at the airport. He's well-lettered, he's well-educated. He has completed Oxford University. So at the airport, he sat down with me and then had some chat with me. He said, Angel Obinim, I am a well-known person. I'm working at one of the reputable companies in Ghana. Yeah, I completed Oxford University. And when you talk of Oxford University, the whole world, that is the popular university, the most popular university. Yeah, very important people, important personalities attend Oxford University. The product of Oxford University is not a joke. I have attended Oxford University. Apart from that, I've also studied human physiology and then human anatomy. So I know a lot of people, I know a lot of things concerning human beings. Spiritual Vice President Angelo Obinim, former President Kufuor attended Oxford University. And Professor Dele J.A. Mills also attended Oxford University. Professor J.A. Mills, after his graduation, came back to lecture there. Just imagine. Professor Mills, amongst all the former president, current president, he was the most intelligent, the most brilliant head of state that we've had. Spiritual Vice President. Oxford University is not a joke. Even the dictionary, they've made that dictionary, and when you take the dictionary, we've written at the back of it, Oxford Dictionary. Any word that exists in this world, you can find it from the Oxford University. At the Oxford University, they teach perfect English. When you write English, then you make a mistake, immediately they will detect it. So the whole world, perfect English is taught at the Oxford University. Perfect English spoken is taught over there. Oxford University, you can't take it for a ride. I completed there. Spiritual Vice President, I have studied a lot about you. I've followed you. And Spiritual Vice President, initially, people were saying a whole lot of negative things about you. So I took my time and said, no, I will study Angelo Obinim and then find out for myself what these people are saying about him. So, step by step, I was following you. When I finish with this episode, I will take another one. I will just be watching it. I will just be viewing it. Spiritual Vice President, I've come to the realization that you are not a mean person. In fact, you are above even doctors who are calling themselves doctors. You are above professor. In fact, I don't know how to describe you. You are Professor Emeritus. Yes, if I should give you that title. Spiritual Vice President Angelo Obinim, I've trusted you so much. The works that you are doing, the works that you are performing, they are not anything ordinary. They are above human imagination. You can never understand. In fact, I won't call you a doctor, but doctor of doctors. I won't call you only professor, but professor of professors. What doctors cannot do, that is what you can do. So over 7 to 10 minutes, this man was sitting down with me and was showering praises upon praises on me. He said, if God has given us such a person who performs miracles beyond human imagination, beyond human understanding, Ghanaians don't want to cherish this person. Oh, I'm sorry for Ghanaians. I have to acknowledge, I have to cherish, I have to embrace what the Spiritual Vice President is performing. So the man was there, and in fact, he was shocked, he was amazed. So the discussions continued and continued and continued and continued and continued. He was showering praises upon praises upon praises. Yeah, and it is the fact, hard fact. What I'm doing is something that is not existing. What I'm doing is something that no human being can ever perform it, and it's not existing anywhere. Yeah, my gift is such that nobody on this earth has ever possessed that gift. Oh, and the things that I'm performing, it has never existed before in this world. Yes, yes, yes. So the man had this, and in fact, he was amazed. He was just marveled. He was just flabbergasted. He said, Angelo Obinim, I trust you so much because you are not an ordinary person. You are beyond human being. You are beyond human nature. What you are doing is such that nobody can do it, and we can never describe what you are doing. And I said, okay, you will have that faith in me. That is good. Somebody who is well-versed, who has studied. And the man said, yeah, it takes people who are well endowed in education, who believe in you. Yeah, anybody who has low level of education, low level people will never understand you, because we the lettered people, we the educated people, we have time. We make a lot of research. We study. So when we come out to accept what you are doing, then nobody can dispute it. What you are doing, I can never dispute it. It's only people with low level of education. It's only people who didn't attend a school to the level that they were supposed to have attended are the people who are disputing. I will never dispute what you are doing, because it's above human imagination. It's above human understanding. Look at this testimony. What I performed for this lady. A child in somebody's womb, in a mother's womb, the child had developed this big head full of fluid. Angel Obinim, I went spiritually into this woman's dream, fully dressed with doctor's armory. When they removed, incised the woman, removed the baby from the womb, and then removed the head, and then drill all these nasty particles, the fluid. When I finished a seizure, everything became normal. Going back to the hospital after taking a scan, the doctor said, no, you don't understand this. Everything has become absolutely normal. How on earth can this thing happen? Who has ever performed such a thing before? Yeah, we have mature people here. Yeah, men and the women who are of age. Ever since you came to this world, have you ever heard? Have you ever listened? Have you ever come across such a thing? Look. It takes people who are well educated, who have high sense of humor to understand this. I've done it, and the woman has given birth to a normal child. There's no fluid in the head. The head is normal. The system is normal. Everything is normal. How can this happen? It's only Angel Obinim who can do this. So I thank my Father for what he has given to me. So we have to cherish Jesus. We have to thank Jesus all the time for giving Angel Obinim to us. Because the things that Angel Obinim is doing for us is something that nobody on this earth can ever do it. That's why Angel Obinim, I am saying I'm Lord and then God at the same time. You can
clap for Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Woman, come. Hey!
This flute
is working. Don't talk too much. Huh?
Sure.
Let me I receive it. The woman said, may God bless you. She is praising me. Give glory to Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh, clap for my Father Jesus Christ. Stand up and give glory to Jesus. Stand up and give glory to Jesus.
Obinim